What's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to pronounce some more contractions in English. After watching this video, you'll be able to pronounce these contractions like a native speaker. Before we start, remember to click on the subscribe button and the bell, and follow us on Instagram for more English tips and lessons. First, let me remind you what a contraction is. A contraction is when you combine a subject and an auxiliary verb, or any form of the verb to be, into one word. For example, instead of saying he is rich, native speakers would say he's rich. This is how native speakers would always say this sentence, but many English learners don't use contractions because they don't know how to pronounce them. So let's see how to pronounce some common contractions. Let's start with the contraction I'll, which is the combination of the words I will. So remember that contractions are pronounced differently depending on if we say them by themselves or if we say them in a sentence at normal speed. There's the isolated way and the fast way. For example, if I'm teaching my students about the contraction of the words I will, and I say the word by itself, I would probably say I'll. Notice how I pronounce the full I sound. However, that's not the way I would pronounce this contraction when I'm speaking normally. When I'm speaking normally, I would pronounce it as all. Listen one more time. All. Notice that I don't use an I sound, I use an ah sound. I pronounce it the same way that I pronounce the word A-L-L, all. Listen to these examples. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do my best. I'll try to help. Do you hear the ah vowel sound? I wouldn't say I'll talk to him. I would say I'll talk to him. And I wouldn't say, I'll wait and see. I would say, I'll wait and see. Do you hear the difference? And remember that we don't stress the auxiliary verb. We stress the main verb. So, we don't say, I'll wait and see. We say, I'll wait and see. Okay, now let's look at the contraction you'll, which is the combination of the words you will. When I say this word by itself, I might pronounce it as you'll, but this is not the way how I would pronounce it in a normal sentence. I wouldn't say you'll, I would say you'll. Listen one more time, you'll. Notice that there's no oo sound, there's an o sound. Listen to these examples. You'll have to wait. You'll do fine. I know you'll love it. Do you hear the way I'm pronouncing it? For example, I wouldn't say you'll see. I would say you'll see. And I wouldn't say you'll learn quickly. I would say you'll learn quickly. Do you hear the difference? Okay, now let's look at the contraction will, which is the combination of the words we will. When we say this word at normal speed, we don't say we'll. We say will. Listen one more time. Will. It has the same pronunciation as the word W-I-L-L. Will. Listen to these examples. We'll see them soon. We'll never know. We'll try again tomorrow. Notice that I'm not saying we'll. I'm saying will. So, for example, I wouldn't say we'll start today. I would say we'll start today. And I wouldn't say, we'll always be friends. I would say, we'll always be friends. Do you hear the difference? Okay, lastly, let's look at the contraction they'll, which is the combination of the words they will. When we say this word at normal speed, we don't say they'll. We say they'll. Listen one more time. They'll. Notice that there's no A sound. There's an E sound. Listen to these examples. They'll never learn. They'll help us. I know they'll succeed. Do you hear that sound? It's not they'll, it's they'll. For example, I wouldn't say, they'll tell us today. I would say, they'll tell us today. And I wouldn't say, they'll be mad. I would say, they'll be mad. Do you hear the difference? Alright, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Leave a comment and tell me which contraction was the hardest for you to pronounce. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and follow us on Instagram for more English tips and lessons. I'll see you next time.